Hello and welcome. And our conversationalists today are Gaby Sheshlock, Brett Corcoran, Gary Kennedy, Erika, Alexandra, and obviously me. And today we are following on from our experience with Summeroy, and we're going to talk about procrastination. It was fascinating to think about whether procrastination can even exist in a place that is timeless. But many of us feel that we're constantly working to deadlines or that we are constrained by time, probably pressures that are put on us by other people in some instances. So let's dive into it. I know that at least a couple of us struggle with this. So, what are our thoughts?
So is it just the things we don't want to do we're procrastinating on? So why do them? My God. Listen to the inside. Like, just think about it. What are we procrastinating? I don't want to do this. Let's face reality.
Well, on that logic, it appears I don't want to do anything. Like, I mean, holy shit. I think it's definitely that. Like, we all know, like, if you really want to do something, you're going to do it. You're going to do it the way it needs to be done, timely, whatever that means. But there's also a deeper layer, right? There might be some things that I really want to do that I know, do you want to do it? But let's deconstruct that, right? Because there are different parts of that too. I think, like, do I really want to clean the clutter of my paper? No, but do I know that it would serve me well to do that? Yes. So because of that, I really want to do it, but I'm not excited to do it. So I think that there's something about that element too, like that keeps you not procrastinating. It's like, how excited am I to do this? Literally nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a little insight for myself, because when I went self-employed, I never went self-employed for a long time because I thought I can't do that, because if nobody has me sitting from 9 to 5 at my desk, I will procrastinate. And I actually very quickly found out it's not true at all. Actually, because I'm excited what I'm doing, I'm probably doing more now and I'm not stressed over it.
Cool.
But when I start procrastinating over something, it's not only that I don't want to do it, because sometimes we have to have, there are those things we have to do, even though we're not excited about it. But what me usually holds back is fear. There's usually fear attached to procrastination with me. In other words, best example is the tax return, because I always feel I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not cheating, but I'm afraid then that I may get fined over something because I was just ignorant over it and I didn't have the knowledge, right? So when I procrastinate, it's usually attached to fear, some kind of fear.
It's cool that you can attach it like that you're aware. That's huge. Love it.
I definitely think procrastination is less of a rational problem and more, it's an emotional problem. Like, there's something definitely on an emotional level that keeps me, from doing what needs to be done, and just keeps pushing it down the line, later. I don't want to look at that right now. I don't want to feel overwhelmed, which is also an emotional problem in my take. So for me, the way Gaby just said, fear for her, it's an emotional, what do I have to get rid of? What does this mean? And if I lived in a place
myself.
Go ahead.
Go on. No.
It's fine. I was just going to say, if I lived in a place that had no clocks, I wouldn't feel pressure that I only have 10 minutes to do what I have to do, and procrastination probably wouldn't exist at all.
Yeah, procrastination is something that I definitely know lately. It's part of my life and my everyday. I'm really struggling with it. And there is definitely fear there, as you say, Gaby. There can be different type of fears, but also I feel there is conflict. Like, I want to do it, But there is always a but, and there are a lot of conflicts. Like 50% of my brain says this, and the other 50 say something else. So sometimes you are like stuck in the middle because you have you're in the middle of this 50, and you look at what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Sorry. And you just go into this freeze place, and then you will start doing anything else, and you will try to fill the gaps in your hour and your 15 minutes with anything else but what you actually you're supposed to do.
I wonder how frequently we eventually do the thing upon which we've procrastinated, and then the first thought is, God, it didn't take half as long as I thought it was going to, and if I'd have just got on and done it, I would have had so much less thought about this particular thing, because it would be done and finished, and hopefully not needing a whole heap of repeating, whether that be tax returns or papers clutter, because you've decided to clear things out. But we don't tend to sit with that, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. we sit with the, it's going to be horrendous and I don't want to have to do it. So for me, I do try and just hold on to that thought that 9 times out of 10, when I just get on and do the thing that I'm resistant to, it isn't quite as bad as I thought it would be. And there's that, what did they call it? Eating the frog. You set out in your day, the first thing, the thing that you're really going to lack the motivation to do, you do first, and then hopefully everything else is a lot easier than eating a frog, which, unless you happen to be in France, is considered fairly gross.
I'm kind of curious. The procrastination, is it sometimes the feeling that the procrastination gives us that might be the reason why we procrastinate? You know what I mean? Like, what does it trigger within you when you procrastinate? And is that possibly something that, for some reason, is a program, right, to make you feel that way? And then you procrastinate so you feel separated, or like whatever it may be. I'm looking at that and I'm trying to see, like, for procrastination, why I would procrastinate. Is it the feeling? Is it the fear? Is it, and I'm just exploring that, sitting here listening and thinking about it. Like, procrastination could be a lot of different things, right? Maybe it's the fear, maybe it's the feeling that procrastination gives us, even though it's not serving us in a high, vibration, but it's yet it's still there.
Mm.
So I'm curious. It's just, wow. Like, and everybody would be different, right? It's probably something different for everybody.
You have a really good point, because procrastination, we always think about you sit down on the sofa and you don't do nothing. But that's not all. Procrastination can be also prioritizing the things to come easy rather than the things which are hard. I have another pattern where I realize I do this type of procrastination when I have overwhelm. If I have too much on, that's why I try and get rid of to-do lists. Because if I have too much on, I don't know where to start, and then I do the easy stuff and the stuff which is fun, and I push everything else, keep pushing it back. It keeps going to the bottom of the list and never gets done. So that's also a type of procrastination. It's not just sitting on the couch and playing maybe stupid games or something. So you can actually be active and procrastinate at the same time.
It's procrastination is one of those things, like we're all aware of it. We all know when we're doing it for ourselves. We know we're better off if we just do the thing that we're avoiding, yet we don't. It's like, I know what I should just be doing. Like, rationally, I can figure this out. Like, I know I'm going to feel so much better once that's done. I'm tapping into that feeling, yet I'm staring at that pile of shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still not convinced that I want to do it. So what is the missing piece here? Like, what is the missing thing that needs to happen for all of us to overcome that, because we all experience it in whatever way it is.
I guess in my case, there is a truth in sense of everything I'm procrastinating on is because I am filling my day with all these things I really enjoy doing. So being a session with you, I'm also discovering some somatic practice to really get it in touch with my nervous system and calm myself down. So I'm doing all these things for myself that I never really had time to do all my life, because I've always been like, let's do this and this and this, and I never had a moment to stop, which is what we were saying in the previous episode. That it feels really too good to be able to do that now, to put myself again into a place where I have to rush again and not having time for myself and push myself back, like down on the list. So I feel like the procrastination is a little bit of my body trying to protect me from not going again in the same place. And it's saying like, no, it feels good here. Just keep doing what you're doing now. But then it's not productive because you do need to do other things as well. So it should be really about finding the balance, but it's not quite as easy finding the balance. And sometimes you get easily into a mindset when you forget again and you start again all over, just pushing yourself.
It's really interesting. Like, it's dawning on me that those of us that are procrastinators extraordinaire, we're masters of distraction. Like, it's really like we're able to really just find literally anything else to be doing other than that thing that's staring me right in the face forever. I'm like, yeah, I see you, but I'm going to do this because, yeah, I'm master.
I'm the queen of it.
Yeah, I think we all are to some degree. Those of us that have procrastination as a thing, you have to be a master of distraction in order to do that comfortably.
So I'm curious what Gary has. Let's hear it, Gary. Come on. I know it's there.
So it's interesting listening to you all with the different insights. You talked about emotions, and Brett, you talked about the things that you're going through your head, and Alexandra talked about the great things. And I think all of those three things go together, certainly from my perspective from CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. The emotion doesn't come first. The thought is, I'm not going to be very good at this, or this is going to take a long time, or whatever it is. So that there is a thought going on negatively about the thing that you want to do. Then following that thought comes the emotion. It could be anxiety, frustration, fear, a whole load of different emotions are going on. And that then tells our body, oh, this is not good, is it? And we feel all of those things then physically within our body. And then we don't do it because we want to avoid that. And as soon as we avoid doing it, all of that goes away. I'm interested then in Erika. You said we are masters of distraction. That is one of those negative thoughts that goes on. So I tell myself I'm a master of distraction. That's not a positive thing, is it? That's another negative that's feeding into all of those negative thoughts we've got anyway. So we're now putting ourselves down. The key to this is what Alexandra says. Instead of telling ourselves, I'm a procrastinator, I'm not good at this, I'm whatever it is, actually there's a whole load of really good reasons why. Because I'm putting other things in first. And all of those things tell us something wonderful about ourselves. I care about looking after myself. I want to clean the house. I want to do whatever it is. They're not negative things. So instead of putting ourselves down and beating ourselves up about procrastinating, not doing the job we said we were going to do, let's go, yeah, actually, that is a good thing. Now, we can then start to look at the balance. Instead of beating ourselves up, we go, there's really wonderful things and awesome things about me, why I'm not doing this. Hey, now does that outweigh the thing that I have to do, that I know that needs to be done by this time? Then we can start to soothe ourselves, not to beat ourselves up, because the more we beat ourselves up, the more frustrated we get, the more anxious we get, the more likely we're not to do the thing that we want to do. Why do we? So let's be kind to ourselves, realize the really incredibly positive things about ourselves, and then start to take small steps to doing the thing that we know that we really have to do. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you think about that.
Gary, you're spot on, because you know that good feeling when we do the other thing, when we see procrastination as negative, that good feeling won't last long, because what kicks in straight away? Guilt that you haven't done it, and blaming myself. So I exactly do that now, Gary. What I do now, I work in blocks now, not on with a to-do list anymore.
Yeah.
So I set specific time away. Say tax return takes a long time, so I specifically set a weekend away where I do that.
Yeah.
And I get up in the morning, open the computer, and I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, when I do all the other weekends, other stuff I like to do, I don't have a bad conscience, because I have this weekend set aside, and I'm not getting up like, I should do the tax return today. Let's do something else. Oh, and now I feel guilty. So I actually work in blocks now to make sure I do the have-tos. And you know what? A lot of the stuff I don't like to do and I think I should do, I actually threw them out. If I don't like to do it and nobody is going to, the world is not coming to end and nobody is finding me or anything like this, I stop doing it. They're gone from my list. Stop.
Yeah. And once we've done it, we then we should congratulate ourselves, celebrate somehow, do a little dance, whatever it is, because we've done something positive, rather than saying, I should have done it ages ago. No, you've done it now. That's the great thing. And then next time you come to whatever that task is, you can remember, yeah, I did it. And how good did I feel when I did it?
Gary, it's like having the sheepdog of procrastination came in, because we all have ideas. We all know on a rational level how we get past procrastination, and we're all given ideas about that. And then you come in, it's just like, round up those ideas, pop them in a pen, and shut the gate behind us. Absolutely first class. Thank you.
Closing thoughts on that, or was that a closing thought?
Well, Erika's about to cough up a fur ball or something.
No, I just, the second Gary started speaking, I ran myself through a whole coaching session, and I'm like, like what? So for me, it's, I don't fucking feel like doing that. I have that to do. I don't fucking feel like doing it. Period. Point. Stop. Full sentence. I just don't feel like it. That's the thought, right? Following on what Gary was saying, the emotion under that is frustration, probably, and irritation, 100%, because of the minimal time. So I need to move to Norway immediately, if not sooner, because this time thing is killing me slowly. It's like I have minimal time, and then I find that the time that I do have, I certainly don't want to be spending doing the shit that I have to do. So I don't want to do it. So I choose to not do it. Master of distraction, meaning I can find anything else to do with the thought, I'm allowed to do this because I have minimal time and I'm choosing to do this. But I feel like it's kidding myself, because then there's always that, but you know, you're going to feel like crap doing this anyway, because you shouldn't be doing that. And it's a whole clusterfuck of a mess, because the point being, what I'm zoning in on is just time in and of itself. Right. And it's like, I feel that resentment that I have the minimum. I don't want to be spending any spare time I have doing tasks. I want to connect with the people I care about. I want to enjoy the sunshine. I want to hang out with my dog. I want to do all sorts of stuff that keeps me from doing the things. So yeah, I appreciate the coaching session that I just had internally right now because of Gary. And like Gaby said, it is about conquering the time and just saying, I'm going to dedicate this time to do that, so that when I step away from that, I'm free and clear of any thought that I might have about not continuing to do that, and celebrating each of that. So unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Brett, Alexandra, Gary, closing thoughts.
With me, I'm glad that I'm understanding lately that my procrastination is just related to prioritizing myself, which I haven't done for a very long time. So it's a question of priorities. However, I would like to start putting my mindset into balance my priorities so I can actually do both. And I don't have just to think about what I need, but also what I need to do, and try to combine them together.
Yeah, I'm thinking balance, right? Doing it, allotting X amount of time and doing whatever the procrastination is, and giving it a lot of time so that I can move on and do the next thing that may be. So balancing the time for me, I think, is key and works best. So great conversation.
Gary, send me your bill.
I didn't hear what you said, Erika. I'm so sorry.
Send me your bill so that, you just gave a coaching session without knowing it.
Closing thought from you, Gary.
When we hear the word should and ought and must, they're red flags. I would suggest to people to do a cost benefits analysis. Is on one side, write down all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, because there will be really good reasons. And then find out if there are any good reasons for doing it, and see which outweighs the other. If you find that not doing it is outweighing the doing it, don't do it. Nobody's going to make you. It doesn't matter what the task is.
Awesome. We will be back in the next episode, 77, and we are going to look at sunk cost fallacies and fears that keep us small. So very much following on from this conversation. All of the contact details, as ever, in the comments and things below. Please, listener, join in with the conversation. Let Brett know what you're thinking, and we will all be back next time.